So, if you play Escape from Tarkov, then you hopefully know by now that today, July 9th, was Wipe Day, and it was the Wipe Day where we got the hardcore Tarkov wipe. So, essentially, all these patch notes that are supposed to make the game more hardcore, that a lot of people are starting to praise as a more casual friendly wipe, because one of the key aspects to this wipe was they were not going to release quests on day one, and they were going to slowly roll out the quest line progression as it goes on. It sounds really good in theory as a casual player to think like, oh, okay, that means that the streamers aren't going to roll over us on quests, and this game is going to be a little bit more fun for casuals, etc. But it is a complete bait of a statement, and I'm going to explain all that to you right now. First, I kind of wanted to cover what is the hardcore wipe, what are the changes that are made to the hardcore wipe, etc. And I have some of the patch notes up here. You can look it up as well. It's on the Escape from Tarkov website. But in general, the hardcore wipe, it's nuking med systems. So certain meds are going from like 5 uses to 3 or 10 uses to 5. It is not allowing people to put bullets or meds in their secure containers anymore. It's making the scavs more intelligent, so they're closer to like the raiders that you find on reserve. And it is making insurance and trader prices more expensive. For example, I went in with an M9 and a PACA like kit, where like M9 PACA vest, headphones, backpack. It was about 330,000 rubles to insure. Things like PACAs are closer to like 50,000 rubles to buy right now, etc. So a lot of changes that actually are hardcore. Another change, really important, hideout costs for hideout items. Everything is doubled now. So instead of spending 25,000 rubles on your first ventilation, it's now 50,000. Instead of 1 measuring tape, it's 2 measuring tapes, etc. They've disabled the flea market for this wipe, which is kind of cool. And in general, a lot of concepts that sound really interesting, sound a little more casual friendly, because you don't have streamers carrying around a bunch of 55A1 in their secure containers. It sounds good on paper, but there's a big thing that changes this all up that is also in this wipe, and that is 100% boss spawns. This inherently removed any and all casualness that came from this wipe. And let me kind of explain this really quick. One, for people that are saying like, oh, streamers are ruining Tarkov, or like streamers are like ruining the wipes and stuff like that, if you are concerned about the streamer's progression in Tarkov more than just playing the game, you are already inherently not a casual Tarkov player. If you're playing a game casually, the last thing you're going to care about is where the streamers are at in their quest lines, whether streamers have kappas, etc. So worrying about that and comparing yourself to that, you are already inherently not a casual Tarkov player. You're probably someone that, even if you just play like a couple hours a week, or, you know, like 2 hours a day or something like that, if this is something that you have played a lot and you are aware of, it is not a streamer issue on people being like speedrunning quests and stuff like that. In fact, it's probably better for casual players, like actual casual players, that the streamers do have quests and progress like that. So if you're worried about where streamers are at, it's not inherently casual already. But the bait of this being a casual friendly wipe is, without quests existing for people to progress through, you are now going to have a bunch of people that are killing the 100% boss spawns, so Killa, Rashala, Tagilla, etc. You're going to have people farming those for gear, because there's no flea market, there's no like major quests or anything. You're getting your gear from the bosses now. And on top of that, when they do start rolling out quest lines, now, not only are you actually fighting over the sweat lords for your golden pocket watch, But now you're fighting against sweatlords that are running full Killa gear or full Tagilla gear, or and actually have modded weapons and had the ability to play these raids and dominate these raids because they are in general better at the game. So it's a net negative for casual players. Essentially, what I'm saying is, in a normal wipe, you have streamers or people that play the game a ton, right? That are spending rubles trying to make sure that they have gear and progressing through quest lines faster than other people. This means that for casual people that are coming home from work and getting ready to play the wipe, by the time you're getting your ground zero tasks done, a lot of the streamers are now starting to move on to interchange and shoreline tasks. So you're not actually playing against the people that have been playing all day. You're playing against other people that are also at the same point you are. This means that the better players tend to progress a lot faster, yes, but you're also not playing against them. You're playing against people that, guess what, also just got home from work and also need to get their ground zero tasks done. Not only does this mean that you are now fighting streamers there, but you're now fighting streamers that actually had the time to grind the bosses while you were gone. So instead of going to ground zero to get your tasks done and playing against other people with M4s and Mosins and MP5s, you're now playing against people that had the time to play before you, go kill the bosses, and then get these modded guns, best in slot ammo, best in slot armor, and now they're coming to ground zero and they're going to fuck you up over that scientist key. This is a total bait that people are putting out on Twitter saying that this is a casual friendly wipe and that it's good to inhibit streamers like this. It is inherently unhealthy for the game and it is going to kill this wipe. There is going to be so few casual people that are willing to fight through tier 5 and tier 6 armor to get their golden pocket watch done. The other major problem with this wipe is the hideout doubling. A lot of people are trying to make the case that with quests gone, the new progression is your hideout. And I firmly disagree that this is any form of progression whatsoever. The hideout is designed as a thing that you work on through quests. So while you're trying to get your pocket watch, while you're trying to get ground zero and stuff done, you're also looting containers and scav bodies and stuff and trying to get your hideout progressed alongside that. This is because the quests are not RNG. It's guaranteed progression for you to play the game with, whereas your hideout items are RNG. So if you play a raid, loot the entire map without another player touching anything, you're still not guaranteed to get those 2 measuring tapes that you need. This isn't progression, really. It's taking something that's supposed to kind of be a complement to what you're already playing the game for and shoving it in the forefront when it really shouldn't be. It's not there for that purpose. So saying that this is the new progression it feels really bad. And on top of that, just not many people really use the hideout anyway, because it takes a while to get things like Workbench 2 and Workbench 3 for the better ammo crafts, or getting to Lav 2 or 3 for armor crafts, and it's not necessarily designed to work that way. And then with 100% boss spawns, why do you need those crafts anyway when you can go kill the bosses for good armor, good ammo, good meds? It doesn't really make sense. The 100% boss spawns kind of gut that entire train of thought. In general, I'm curious to see what you people think, what the players think, what the community thinks, and viewers, because in my eyes, this is the worst Tarkov wipe that's ever come. It's going to be the worst for streamers because there's no quest content. You're not going to race for Kappa anymore. You're not going to do anything other than basically PvP people that are now thinking that's casual. So it's terrible for content. It's terrible for the casual players because they're going to get bodied by the streamers that are bored in trying to make content. So they're going to go PvP and try to hit plays. And it's bad for the hardcore players that aren't streamers because there's nothing to progress towards other than to be that in-between of maybe you'll kill a couple of casuals, maybe you'll get lucky in one fight against a hardcore, and then you lose everything to the streamer. It's it makes no sense. I don't know how these changes got greenlit by BSG, and it makes no sense at all. But let me know what you think. This is a really off-the-cuff video that I'm just making out of the blue. I already made a TikTok short on it because it's actually infuriating to me how bad this wipe is. It was something I was kind of excited for, and I played a couple of raids, call it good there. I don't think I'm going to play this wipe anymore, even as the quests start coming out, because it just doesn't make sense. I don't want to fight people with tier 5, tier 6 armor in order to get my starter quests done. It makes no sense at all. So just letting you guys know, it is a total casual bait of a wipe. This is not a casual wipe, and honestly, it's a pretty shitty wipe for the hardcore players as well. But otherwise, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, dislike. Comment, let me know what your thoughts on all this are. And otherwise, my name's TJ Hyde, and, you know, best of luck with the wipe, I guess.